Welcome to the Maple Grove Community Center for a great matchup in girls hockey in the Northwest Suburban Conference. It's the Rogers Royals paying a visit here to the Maple Grove Crimson. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, this Rogers team, the last couple years we've been kind of saying an up-and-coming team, a team that's on the rise. I don't think you have to say that anymore. They're just playing a very good hockey team.
It definitely become a very good hockey team. It took a little building, but they got it now, and rated number 7 in the state. Beat Centennial Spring Lake Park, which ain't happened very often. Played very well against Andover and Edina. They've proven that they're a team to be reckoned with, and they're going to put some contention here in the Northwest Suburban Crown.
And not only playing Edina and Andover, 1-goal losses to both of those, and those teams have been kind of a cut above these last couple of years. I mean, those two results right there tell you that they're right on the doorstep of being one of the best.
Absolutely, and again, we're going to get another good test tonight. Maple Grove been to the tournament the past couple of years, have been doing very, very well over the past 8 here. This is a real big contest for both teams. They're both experienced, they've both been there. We'll see which one comes out on top, because Maple Grove needs to have this one.
Maple Grove is in a brutal stretch of games against ranked opponents. At their holiday tournament last week, all they played was number 10 Wayzata. They rallied to beat them, and then Andover and Edina. So they are battle tested. They got some more tough games coming up as well. But overall, they like the way they're playing too. This is a very good Crimson hockey team. They've got a lot of experience as well.
Don't let the 1-2-1 record fool you over the past 4 games. It's a good hockey team. They've had top scorers. Stella Retram is one of the best players in the state. Their lines have come together well. They play a very aggressive game. They got good goaltending. It's a solid team right from the top to the bottom.
Certainly this being a section opponent, this will make a big difference when it comes time to seed these teams as well. They played in the playoffs last year. They played actually quite a few times in recent years, and certainly the head-to-head result could come into play when we get to that seeding time.
Listen, you got some money, put it on Vegas on that. Definitely. This game will come into play, no question. That's why it's a big one for Maple Grove. Rogers has got all the momentum going for themselves. They're looking good. They're on the rise. They don't have any fear right now because they got nothing to lose. Maple Grove, they get it. I mean, they've been through these trials and troubles. Sometimes that works for you, sometimes it works against you.
Let's take a look at key players to watch for in tonight's game. Obviously some pretty good talent around the horn, but Avery Farrell will center the top line for Rogers, and she works very hard is the first words that came out of both teams' coaches' mouths.
Well, yeah, she's got 21 points, 10 goals, 11 assists. I love 11 assists, man. That's so cool. That means she's making everybody around her better. That's a key component. And when your leader works hard, both offensive and defensive zone like she does, boy, that's just a bonus and a half. Very aware hockey player, sees the ice well. And boy, I'll tell you what, folks, she do not like losing a one-on-one battle. Watch her tonight going after the puck.
And a good balanced Crimson team, but you generally will notice number 10 out there, as you said, Stella Retram. She can do a lot of things on the ice for the Crimson.
Overall, just a really good player. She hustles. She's got a very smooth skating style. Plays defensively as well as offensively. 3 power play goals, shorthanded goal. She does it all. And she's very calm and collected. They look for her, especially on the power play. We might see a change in that tonight. But she's the straw that stirs the drink, Jay.
We really head down the home stretch of the regular season now, and both these teams trying to get the January part of the schedule going in style right here tonight. It's a great matchup. Rogers and Maple Grove girls hockey is up next here on CCX. And we are underway here at Maple Grove. Tia Rice, an early opportunity, but had her stick lifted from behind by Sydney Bailey. And here come the Royals back the other way. Pass out up front a little too far and flipped ahead. Stella Retram tipping it to herself nicely off the boards. Retram sliding it out front, and that one deflecting away into the corner here as we get underway. A skosh early here, actually. Before 7 they faced off. And that one directed aside there by Lauren Larson, who gets the start in net tonight for the Royals. They've split goaltenders this year. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Avery Ochterkirk, the cousin of new head coach Emily Ochterkirk, carrying the puck there for Rogers, and lively end boards there as it comes off. Eva Johansson working in deep, and now getting it over to Anna Sherling. Sherling shot Deflected up and out of play by Maple Grove's Bella Shipley.
It was nice to have that deflection there. Got him out of trouble real quick.
There's Danny Strom, who's done most of the goaltending this year for Maple Grove, a sophomore, but they were confident in her coming in. 3 shutouts, you see good save percentage, and she's the clear number 1, whereas Rogers has had a couple that have split time. Strom a save, then the rebound. Ooh, and good opportunity for Farrell out front.
Ooh.
Maple Grove tonight will be without one of their leaders, Taylor Holmes, senior, out ill this evening. That pass slides across. Nice job defensively by Grace Erickson to tie the stick up. Little give and go for the Royals, but it deflects out of there. Josie Bolster back to pick it up. That one gathered instead here by Erickson and lost it on the way out. Rogers needed a change though.
Good strategic play to get the change and stuff. They had Maple Grove bottled up pretty good. This is a team, the Royals, they average 40 shots a game, and already they're showing that. They get it in there, and they're not afraid to let it rip.
It's interesting, we're talking to Jim Coltis, and he said we want to tire them out on this big rink. And when we asked Rogers about that, they basically said we didn't even really discuss that with our players, that that this is the Olympic-sized sheet. But they did say, even though they don't play on it normally, it does suit them because they've got speed. Here's opportunity there. Ava Johansson up the left side. That one blocked. They get it back to Johansson. Swept away, but Bailey is there. Rice intercepting for the Crimson, now tipped ahead. Shipley had it post checked. Got it back and got it out front, and it's a goal. Retram able to bury it. Shipley wasn't bothered at all by the fact that Cameron Messer blunted her initial rush with a little poke check. She stayed with it and put it on Retram's stick, and Retram right out front, tucking it past Larson, and Maple Grove is on the board.
Well, she gets it real covered. Nice poke check there, by the way, but what a great play there. Get in front to Retram, and she knows where the 5-hole is at all times and just guides it through, didn't even flinch. Look how calm she is. I'm in front. Okay, move it in there. We got to go. Boy, nice play. Boy, beautiful passing there. Bella Shipley made a beautiful play.
Boy, and it kind of just shows you that you don't give up. You're carrying it in, and it gets knocked away, and she just calmly went and got it. Shipley will get the lone assist on Retram's 13th of the year. Here comes Retram again, sliding it to the trailer. Here's Rice walking in, and Larson denied that. Boy, great vision by Retram to wait for the third forward in, Rice. And it nearly became 2-0. Larson stepping up, though, to make a nice stop for the Royals.
Well, you and I were talking earlier, too, about, the experience in pregame that the Crimson have. They've been in tight games against really good teams, and boy, they're showing it. Really good teamwork all the way around. They're getting themselves out of danger and creating opportunities.
And this will be an icing call against Maple Grove. Lauren Larson just got beat a moment ago, but then Retram sliding it back. Rice, boy, that's a great opportunity, and Larson had to be ready. There's a look at what Lauren's done this year again, splitting time with Alexa Backman, who is not dressed tonight, so they've got a freshman backing up. And I think like both these teams and a lot of teams are dealing with some illness at this time of year and as well. And obviously concerns with COVID come into play a little bit too, but we're hoping that we can get the remainder of the schedule played for these teams. Audrey Malekade carrying it up the left side there for Maple Grove, ran into traffic. Lauren Barnacle back the other way for Rogers. Forced to the corner, waits for help to arrive. Nice move into the circle, then that shot, and it deflects just wide as Johansson made a nice little move there.
So far, Johansson's come to play. She's made some nice moves here. That's the second time she's really had a threat going.
Ella Olson cutting it back to the middle and got underneath that one and lifted it well over the net. Try and dig it loose here, the Crimson along that left wing wall. 1-0 Maple Grove, an early goal by Stella Retram off a feed from Bella Shipley for the Crimson. Centering pass here, knocked away, and there's opportunity off the stick of Olson that goes wide. Royals reverse it around. Johansson getting to it. Gets it out, but that's it. Maple Grove, one of the first things Coach Colt has talked about that they want to do tonight, get the puck deep behind Rogers' D, and then go on the forecheck or make them come, a long distance if they're going to get an attack going of their own. He wants to put pressure on their D. Feels like their stronger part of Rogers' team is up front.
Mm-hmm. And they obviously have not succeeded at that so far in this game, but they've gotten the opportunities in front and kept it out in front, and have done quite well.
Justice Olgren playing it ahead here for the Royals, and then tipped in by Johansson as they'll head off on a change. Swing it back around here to Jenna Brandt. Knocked loose though, and here is Sherling. Sherling backing her way into the zone. Nice composure to stay on side by her line mates there too. Paige Riemann, that one is picked off by Rettrum. Here comes Rettrum trying to get out wide and beat the D. Stella Rettrum into the circle, fires and scores! Rettrum, second of the night already here. And Dan, we were talking about the width of the ice on this Olympic sheet, and I think it showed up right there. The D didn't quite have the angle to cut her off.
Yeah, we talked about that coming at angle. And the other part with Rettrum is she's got a very long stride, so it's really hard to tell how fast she's going, but she's moving. Look at her get going now. Watch what happens here. She just goes, uses that width beautifully, uses it to get around the D, gets the shot, but she still snipes that shot. I mean, that was a beauty right into the upper right-hand corner.
Intercepted there by Messer. Messer carrying it in. Stick save by Strom.
Right now, Maple Grove is, basically telling Rogers, well, you're having a pretty good season so far, but you still got to go through us.
Sukup and Rice get the assist on that goal for Rettrum. Here's another opportunity. Ooh, and Larson making a stop there on Shipley. Yeah, and it's always good to note that we didn't apparently jinx Stella Rettrum by talking her up in the pregame either.
Yeah.
Coming out with 2 goals in the first 6 minutes. Doesn't seem like that happened.
You look so smart. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not going out on a limb to praise Avery Farrell or Stella Rettrum. There's a look at Emily Ochterkirk. Was an assistant last year in the Armstrong Cooper program. Played her collegiately at Princeton, and she's from St. Michael. So played in the North Wright County program. A good young coaching staff, a female staff with mostly for the Royals, and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, obviously they stepped in at a good time with some good talent in the program, but they've done great things already this year. They were universal in saying how much fun they're having with the girls, and it comes out front there. I thought it was interesting too that they pointed out that we don't want to take away their creativity. Yeah, we've got a scheme we want them to play and all that, but here's an opportunity. Larson is saved there, put out front. But they want the Royals to trust their instincts as well and play, some of that creative, free-flowing hockey too.
Well, they started out really good, and they were moving the puck extremely well, but they're playing a pretty veteran ball club here.
Ella Olsen shot denied there, and Larson, she's given up a pair, but she's also made 2 really tough saves as well. The Royals got to be a little bit concerned about how many chances they've given. Avery Farrell going to the net here, trying to play it around. And then a follow-up shot was knocked down. Turnaround try here. And Danny Strom coming up with the glove on Paige Freeman. That one was ticketed for the top shelf. And making it look easy there with Strom.
Stone cold Strom. My God, look at it. She faced up, lost her stick, but she's got her body in the right place. She's angling up nice and there it is. Give me it. I'll take out the glove. Boy, nice play. Sophomore has earned her spot, Jay. I'll tell you, she's playing very well.
And remember, here's an opportunity up the left side. Rettrum again. I remember talking with the Crimson before the season that they knew she was a young goaltender who hadn't had the number 1 spot in the past, but they were universally confident that she was going to be really good this year.
Well, she's certainly come through for them so far, I'll tell you. I really think this big rink is bugging Rogers. I really do. Just for the way that Maple Grove's getting their opportunities.
That pass fails to click for Grace Stensgaard. It'll be icing here against Maple Grove, but they're off to a great start on their home rink, 2-0. So look at Jim Coltis. We call it first season because it's his first season back here. He was the head coach for a number of years here. Then he went to Rogers. He was the head coach a couple of years. Then he was at Champlain Park, which morphed into Champlain Park, Coon Rapids. So he's kind of been in any. He played his high school hockey at Armstrong. So he's about half the Northwest Suburban he has ties to in some way or another.
Yeah, he was 9 years here at Maple Grove prior to going to Rogers for 2, and then I think he was 13 at Champlain Park. But Jim knows this league. He said, as we were talking earlier, he's been here since the beginning, when we had the Chrissy Wendells and the Winnie Broats and all those guys. So he's seen it all.
Pass up the middle, deflecting in towards Strom. Sends it out left to Sukup. Intercepted at center ice there, though, by Josie Bolster. And retaken back the other way here by Brandt. Oh, and that one's off the pipe. I think it deflected off the defenseman's stick, and Larson didn't see it, and it went off the pipe. That was an inch from being another goal right there. That pass gets away. Olsen will chop it out. Bailey back to gather it here for Rogers. Jim Wilhelmy in pressuring her. Now they get the takeaway. Emily Oakland will play it back down toward the corner. Royals unable to get it out. Dumped down deep there by Kelsey Olsen, the freshman. Ooh, Bailey's pass was knocked down. Royals getting a little bit flustered here, not getting clean breakouts.
Yeah, they just got away with a cross-check penalty on there. One of their kids is a little frustrated there, but Maple Grove is just methodically playing Maple Grove hockey.
Bailey sliding it across. This time a nice breakout for the Royals. Avery Ochterkirk sliding it left now. Johansson. Ochterkirk into the circle, and that one trickling alongside the net. Strom tried to cover it, but missed it. Now they throw it out front. Here's a chance. Oh, and missing the net from point-blank range was Messer. Messer back to pick it up here. Knocked away down deep. Olsen getting to it here for Maple Grove, and she will ice it. And we'll get a draw coming back in the Crimson Zone. 5:49 to go in the first. Maple Grove 2, Rogers nothing. A pair of goals from Stella Retram for the Crimson.
Well, both teams skating hard right now. Maple Grove is dominating, I think, and it looks like rink comfortability, as I'd say right now. Rogers does not look comfortable on this big sheet ice.
Farrell keeping it in here. Now Bremen back to Farrell. Farrell fires. Oh, and denied. Then thrown back out front. And it went off Strom into the corner. Royals definitely have the capability of scoring goals in bunches or quickly or whatever, so Maple Grove can't afford to relax with this 2-0 lead. We nearly saw Rogers get on the board there.
Well, it's interesting. They're averaging almost 4 goals a game, but they're averaging less than 1 goal a game given up. And they're down 2-0 in the first period. This is a little bit of a different story for them. They haven't been in this position.
Farrell had it knocked away as Brandt stayed with her. That long shot goes wide. Sukup banking it ahead. Nice read, though, to break that up by Bolster. Wilhelmy banking it ahead toward Rice. First to it, though, is Lauren Barnacle. Now Hannah Hartledge through center for Rogers. Dumps it into the Crimson Zone. Picked off there. And let's see, there's going to be an icing here. It was tipped, but it was still on their side of the center line. Yeah. So come back into the Grove zone here with a 2-0 lead for Maple Grove. Shots actually on the board favoring Rogers slightly, 9-7. That doesn't feel like the way the game's been, though, really, overall.
Well, the quality of shots has been way, way different. Well, we'll see if the Royals can get their legs underneath them and
put one together here.
Well, you should point out, too, that obviously we had, when you get through those holidays, Christmas one week and then New Year's, that not terribly surprising to see maybe a little rust for both teams, too. They probably, they're back to practice Monday, but, when things get interrupted like that, I talked with a couple of the Crimson players at their Monday practice, and Tia Rice said, gosh, it feels like I haven't played hockey for forever, when it's really been, it was like 3 days.
Yeah. Well, you get used to that hour and a half every day, and you get Sundays off. It's interesting to note, too, we're talking about the experience of the Maple Grove team. They've only got 7 seniors on this team. But they are very effective people, and their junior class has really stepped up.
Here's a chance for Johansson, but fired it wide. Bolster. That one bounced away and flipped back out to center. Bolster will come back to get it. Tipped into the Crimson zone. Chased down there by Sukup and around the wall and punched out to center by Coughlin. Olgren back to get it here for the Royals. Now a nice little flip pass right back to her. Justice Olgren leading the rush here. They're changing behind her, and then it's tipped away anyhow. Sukup carrying it in. Puts it on net. Larson will direct that over to Bailey. Under 3 minutes to play now in the first period. Still 2-0 Maple Grove. Stella Rettram, both goals for the Crimson, both coming in the first 6:05 of the game. I think Rogers has settled in a little bit more since Indiana. They were giving up some rather juicy chances to the Crimson on the first 10 minutes or so of this game.
And they were created laterally as they came down the ice, spreading them out, and then the Crimson were good about filling in the middle and finding the spot. Rettram's first goal is a beautiful one like that. Like I said, never quit on it. That's one thing I always was worried about with Jim Coltis, too, and I coached against him, too. He gets a lead on you. He's tough to catch. He knows how to pin you down defensively. And it made it so tough to come back on him.
Oh, that one is off the pipe again as it was deflected past Larson, but Drew Iron, referee, had a great look at it and said no goal. Rice putting it out front. From my angle, I was almost leaning toward it might have hit some twine, but they had a good look and said no.
Well, Larson's had trouble on these angle shots from both sides, left and right. And again, I think the size of the ring changes the perspective.
Drop back. Oh, maybe a little too unselfish there for Shipley. Probably had a better angle to shoot that one herself. Rice trying to chop it free on the way out. Banked out to the Crimson line, and they'll look to go right back on the attack, but Vreeman knocked that one away. Joust for it at center and back into the Maple Grove zone where Brandt will pick it up. Cross to Sukup. Sukup will dump it on in as they're making a change behind her. Brandt trying to play it down deep. Knocked loose there, and Kelsey Olsen hustling in. Nice little move to the front. That shot blocked, however, as Bolster did a good job squaring up. Can't quite get it out.
There's 1 minute remaining in the first period.
Minute to go in the period. Now the Royals do get it out. Sandberg getting a step, tried to cut to the middle. Nice help by Sukup, though, to jump in and help her partner out there. Couple of moves and a shot. Oh, and that one is tipped just wide as Sandberg looking to redirect the Ochterkirk pass or shot. Ochterkirk carrying it out high. Fires that one into some skates. Blocked by Kelsey Olsen, but they don't get it out. Bolster jumping in. Centering pass comes all the way up top. Gotta work a little give and go here. Under 10 seconds to play. Crimson would like to get this puck out. Royals trying to get one late. Goes wide of the mark, then centered again. It's off Strom's stick, and she'll hold on as we have reached the end of period number 1. A fantastic start for Maple Grove. Things evened out after that, but our score after 1 is Maple Grove 2 and Rogers nothing. We'll be back with first period highlights and then more hockey for you. Northwest Suburban girls action here on CCX.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
The young players getting some ice time here in our first intermission, and some great action here. They're going to, cross rink here. There's a goal, but Osseo Maple Grove youth players getting their chance to shine out here on the big rink, and obviously the hope is that they'll keep playing and eventually be Crimson players later on, and the older girls watching and that's important for building hockey. And I think sometimes it can get lost in some of the big suburbs where you got multiple schools feeding in and all of that. And I think it's important and really a great thing to see that they're doing this for both sides, for the youth and for the high school girls. They remember what it was like to be out there doing this too.
You bet they do. I love the fact the Maple Grove hockey team, varsity team, is out on the boards watching the kids and cheering them on. What a great move. They deserve a little entertainment after that first period they just played, but
yeah, Maple Grove does lead it by a score of 2-0 as we'll check out highlights from this. It didn't take long to get things started for the Crimson as they came out ready to play. See the puck poke check from Shipley, but she goes back and gets it, slides it out front, and then Retro makes it look easy, just backhanding it between Larson's pads just 2.5 minutes into the game. And then, great opportunity there. Larson making a huge stop on Rice, but she can't get this one. Retram carrying it hard up the left side and is able to rattle that one home. 6:05 the time of that goal. Here's a great glove stop. Didn't have her stick, but Strom able to rob Freeman right there. And then there's one off the pipe, or the crossbar rather, past Larson. And a good opportunity here, too, and Strom coming out to cut down the angle, meeting that one. There's another one that almost went in. Boy, 2-0 is, interesting and exciting enough, but we could have had a couple more goals without good goaltending and maybe a little bit of fortunate bounce, too, there for Rogers. We saw not a real physical first period, no penalties either way. And certainly Maple Grove kind of dominated early. Things, evened out a little bit after that. And we will head into our second period with both teams at 5 aside as well here. So see the young players going to the net. No goalie there, able to finish off the job there. 2-0 Crimson, our score here after 1. We will return to the Maple Grove Community Center for more hockey coming up here on CCX.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Crimson hitting the ice here for the start of the second period. Kind of a long intermission because of the youth game going on there, but I don't think anybody minds that too much when you play or you get that back into action. As we can look at the most recent Class AA girls rankings, Andover, Andy Dyna at the top, Minnetonka also a very strong team. You see this Rogers club in there at number 7. And then as we look at the second 10, Maple Grove sitting in there at number 11. North Wright County is an addition to Section 5AA this year, too. So you got Centennial, Rogers, Maple Grove, and North Wright County probably a deeper Section 5 than we've seen for a
Yes.
while. That's 4 pretty good teams right there.
Well, it's going to be sure for a couple good quarterfinal games this year, too, as they come through. But interesting stat here. We go away scoring by period. Second period, Rogers has outscored the opponents by 21 goals to 4. Whereas Maple Grove, 20 goals for, 17 against. Gets a little tighter in the second. So we'll see if that trend continues. Because Rogers needs one. Rogers needs one to get back in this game and get their confidence back.
Here we go to drop the puck for the second period here as Ochterkirk facing off with Tia Rice. Rice chops it ahead to the Rogers line. Oh, they tried to get it to Retram right off the bat there, but the pass was behind her. Grace Erickson will track it down, playing it to her goalie there. Strom sliding it around. Shipley was bottled up there. Now Ochterkirk trying to dig it free. Crimson get it out. Here's Rice. Has Shipley. Puts it right on her stick. Shipley, a little toe drag move, and Larson comes out to knock it away with that goal stick. Now back the other way. Johansson over there to Sandberg, and Strom will come out and cover that one. They didn't quite click on that pass, although still got it into the net.
If the pass would have been made a little bit sooner, like 5 feet sooner, they could have busted in and got Sandberg the puck a lot earlier to go into control. But got a face-off now inside the attack zone of Crimson with their first line out there.
Here's Vreeman firing as Farrell won the draw. They got exactly what they wanted there, but Danny Strom got a pretty good clean look at that one and able to make the stop.
You know what made me happy on that? She hit the net. She hit the net.
Here's Vreeman again, this time chopped loose from her by Wilhelmy. Farrell, pass knocked down. Olsen getting it here. Kelsey Olsen plays it in for Maple Grove. Can't get it out past Sukup there, but now they will, and a chance for a 3-on-1 here for the Royals. Slide it back for Farrell, but nice job by Kelsey Olsen on the back check there. Rogers didn't do quite as much with that 3-on-1 as they could have. But they are coming out looking pretty strong here to start the second. Deflecting wide, Farrell picking it up here for the Royals. Olgren, and that one deflects wide. Bolster drops it back into the circle of Vreeman, and Strom will cover it up. Pretty good job defensively out front by Sukup to tie up Sherling.
I like the way the Rogers Royals are mucking it up in front of the net, too. They're getting in front of Strom and not letting her see the puck. But good movement. Going back out to the point, then coming back down to the half wall and getting a good shot off there. Just hit a thing in front, but look at how many bodies are in front of the goalie.
Shipley drops it back. Shot on net there by Retram. She didn't get all of it, but now Rice picks that bouncing puck out of the air. Tried to go to Retram, but tied up, and back the other way comes Messer.
You know, one of the things that I think has hurt Rogers too, their defense is very young. They're all freshmen and sophomores. And to be up in this rink against the bigger Crimson has showed the advantage Crimson have there.
Bailey's pass misfires, and they're going to wave off icing there as it's tracked down by Oakland. Tipped over to Shipley. Shipley over to Retram. Retram fires and missed that one up high. Boy, they really backed in defensively, maybe a little too much, giving her a lot of respect there. Now that pass behind its intended target, Sandberg. Brandt couldn't quite get in deep, but then she blocked that clear, and then her try hit the shin pads of one of the Royals, Ochterkirk. Bailey sliding it across, gets the return pass, and now up to Sandberg. Leaves it for Achterkirk. Nice little drop pass to Sandberg. Walks in, hit traffic in front. Centering pass there, knocked down. A follow-up try is in. Ava Johansson.
Yes.
Right place at the right time as the Crimson blocked the first try but couldn't clear. And Johansson pops it home for the first goal of the night for the Royals.
Well, that was a I want it more than you do goal right there. I'll tell you what, Rogers had a brief glitch in between two good forechecking rushes, got it back inside, just kept coming at it. This is after 2 shots, kept forcing it in the middle, and finally they popped one that bounced right for him, and Johansson popped it in for him, and that was a big goal.
That's the Royals' goal. Scorer number 16, Ava Johansson. Assistant number 10, Avery Asherberg. Second goal, 3:32.
Achterkirk will get the lone assist on the goal as Brandt was in the right spot to deflect that pass, but then she just was a little slow on trying to clear it or didn't get to it in time, and Johansson was ready and ready. Well, you talk about being in shooting position, Dan.
Yeah.
You teach young players, have that stick on the ice, have it ready. You never know when that puck might come to you. If she took longer there, it would have given Strom a chance, but as it was, she was able to bury it.
Well, yeah, it's just, you say puck luck. Well, puck luck is about getting your stick on the ice. Puck luck is being in the right position. Puck luck is keeping after it, which is what they did.
Battle for it down in the corner here. Here comes Farrell leading the rush. Slides it left to Vreeman. Vreeman getting through in the shot. Pretty good strength on the puck there for Paige Vreeman. Now back the other way, Ella Olson for Maple Grove. Olson carries it in deep, waited for a line change to finish, and it was tipped back out to center.
Yeah, the Rogers defense is having trouble adjusting this rink. They're staying way inside, and they need to be more outside and come after the puck carrier quicker. Like you said, they're sinking in too deep.
Uh-oh, couldn't clear it there. Sandberg shot blocked, gets it back again. Oh boy, and then a nice tie-up as Shipley got him back defensively and denied Johansson what could have been her second straight. Shipley, Retram is coming up the left side but couldn't get around Bolster. Now a steal though by Retram. Back out top, Suka up. Lost it there. Achterkirk the other way. Achterkirk firing, and a blocker save there by Strom. Battle for it in the corner here as the Royals coming on pretty strong here in the second. Retram's pass, that one failed to click, and it's going to be an icing.
I've seen a lot of icing so far in this game, Jay. It's been, I like the way both teams are really trying to stretch the ice, and but sometimes those passes aren't clicking. But United in the breakaway just couldn't quite get a good handle on it, but she got a good shot off, forcing a good save, and they had an opportunity, but the puck bounced again, and they couldn't quite get a second opportunity.
Barnacle passing it down low there to Olivia Omi for Rogers. Now walking out front, and that pass, Strom looking for it in traffic, and I don't think they ever got it all the way on net. There's a long shot denied, and now it's Maple Grove's turn to kind of be back on their heels.
And this line for Rogers has really done a great in both their shifts this period.
Barnacle leaving it there for Sherling. Sherling circles out high and got a shot away there that Strom had to stop. Maple Grove ends up clearing it out of play. Definitely the ice is tilted Rogers' way here in this second period, and even maybe somewhat the latter part of the first.
Well, Rogers appears to be feeling pretty, loose and fancy free. I mean, they're making some mistakes, but at least they're, they've got some momentum. They're skating. They're using their speed. They're getting on the pucks more, and they're playing harder on the one-on-one battles.
Out to the point. That one kicked aside by Strom off of Olgren's shot. And there's a steal by Vreeman. Couldn't get a shot away. Shipley knocking it ahead to Rice. Now over to Retrum, and look out. Retrum turning on the speed. Retrum fires and just wide. D got back just enough to bother that shot. But Rogers doesn't want to give that kind of opportunity up to Retrum anymore.
Spacing, Jay. It made all the difference in the world, and Maple Grove took advantage of it with Retrum.
Shipley sliding it over to Retrum. Now Rice following up. Oh, and a near miss there. Thought Maple Grove might have gotten away with a hand pass to start that whole thing. Tipped out front. Retrum, that one goes over the net. Now plays it behind to Rice. Back out top. That one tipped to the corner after Erickson shot it. And that's going to be our first penalty of the game as Retrum is knocked down. It'll be a checking minor given to the Royals.
Avery Farrell.
Yeah, Farrell's going to go.
We told her she didn't like to lose one-on-one battles, and she wasn't going to lose one there. But got a lot of fire in her. But this is our first penalty, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah.
Well, Rogers comes in penalty kill percentage of 97%. Yep, she rode her into the boards. That's a good check. Unfortunately, you can't do that in girls hockey. Whereas Maple Grove's coming in at 45% on their power play, just really lighting it up.
Olsen flipping it across here to Erickson. Erickson shot, and that one deflects wide. Maple Grove's top players had been out there for a fairly extended shift, so they're not out there to begin this power play.
Yeah, this power play number 2.
And this one cleared down the rink. Coach Colt has said that they've been working on power play that even though it's been good, he said we were getting a little predictable, so we were trying to change things up a little bit. And that something like that is where film study really comes in, or video, obviously not film anymore, but watching tendencies and things like that of both yourself and your opponents.
It's become such a big thing now. Coaches rely on it.
Olsen carrying it in. Ella Olsen slides it out front. Ooh, and a big swing and a miss by Izzy Lindberg. Now Oakland back to gather it here. 40 to go on the power play for Maple Grove. Carried up the left side there by Kelsey Olsen. Freeman getting it out of there. And some space to clear it down the rink. Nice job by Bailey.
Royals get a nice change there. They needed it.
Shipley lugging it here for the Crimson. Drops it back. Here's a shot, and that one knocked down out front, and then Shipley tried to follow up. Royals are going to get it out, and down the rink it goes. That pass hopped over Retrum, but Rice will relay it in. Johansson sliding it across to Sherling. Sherling into the Crimson zone. Now fires and just wide. Back out to Bolster.
Oh, should have shot it.
Just kept in there by Olgren. Johansson back to Bolster at the point. They look for the tip in front, but that one knocked down. And then the Crimson end up icing it. So they didn't do a whole lot with their power play, and I think that, if anything, gave Rogers a little momentum with a good kill.
Well, they obviously, and Rogers with that amazing 97% penalty kill rate. I mean, it's unbelievable. They've only allowed 1 goal in 34 penalty kills. Now it's 1 in the 35. This is turning out to be exactly the way you and I thought it would, Jay. A couple of near-to-well Titans here, and then close to the top 10, fighting it out.
Johansson putting on the pressure there. Now popped up high. Erickson trying to get it ahead there to Kelsey Olsen, and it comes out front. Bank to Wilhelmy, but she was cut off nicely by Bailey. Ella Olsen following up. Olsen circling the net, putting it out front, and a shot attempt blocked. Olsen gets it again, fires, and Larson making the stop there. Just the third shot on net for the Crimson here in this period. They've been outplayed in period 2, but they still hold a 2-1 lead on those 2 early goals by Stella Retram.
Well, Larson, the Royals goalie, too, she's fighting pretty hard. She's keeping up on top of the crease. She's not letting the Crimson in front of her bother, and she's finding a way to see the puck. If she can hold steady here through this period, they can get this thing tied up.
Maple Grove, of course, gets the last change, and they told a couple of Rogers players, we already said. And now Coach Coltis is upset that they allowed another player change there. He was pointing it out. Hey, she was on the ice. Obviously, you try to use that to your advantage when certain situations.
You ain't going to put much past Jim Coltis. He's been doing this a long time.
That one deflects wide. Retram chases it down. Shipley had it knocked loose. He said he really enjoyed his time at Rogers. It was more a proximity thing than anything. He's taught in the District 279 throughout. Here's a chance for Shipley carrying it in. Fires just over the top. Ooh, and then Rice, I think, got away with a trip toward the corner there. He ended up taking the job at Champlain Park, which he actually lives in Champlain, about a mile from that rink. So he said, otherwise he really enjoyed coaching up at Rogers. Dumped in deep here. Oakland back to play it. Retram tipping it to Tia Rice. Rice hard up the left side. Force back. That centering pass picked off Johansson, leading the rush back the other way. Johansson able to squeeze pass, gets to the middle and fires, but up high. Centering pass here, and Farrell trying to get to it. Couldn't quite reach it. Ella Olsen digging it free. The compete level is going up a little bit. These one-on-one battles, before people were, I don't want to say they weren't playing hard, but they were being nice.
Ooh.
Now they're not so much anymore. Bailey, that was a good attempt there. Strom, a nice save. Rogers has been quicker to the puck than they were early in this game. Maple Grove kind of had things their way, got some chances first 10 minutes or so, but since then, Rogers, you can see why they have the record they do.
Well, like I said, too, you look at the schedule, and there's been a few teams on there that aren't skilled as, but they've played some really good hockey teams. Unidina and obviously, Centennial, and they're showing themselves. The difference too, Jay, is they had a bad first period. They really did, and they fought back hard in the second period, and they're just playing the game the way they should. Forget the score, just go out and start taking it one goal at a time.
Ochterkirk picking it up here for the Royals. Ooh, that one nearly snuck through the 5-hole. It ended up hitting Strom, but it was a good, sneaky little opportunity there. Ochterkirk working really hard, and that one handcuffed Strom, went off her glove. Back out top it comes, another try. That one sails wide. Crimson really back on their heels right now. They can't get the puck out.
Well, you wonder why the Royals are averaging 40 shots a game. Now you see why. That forecheck is relentless, Jay.
Freeman dug it free. Long one on net. Strom to save the rebound. Strom scrambling back to the other side now as Farrell tried to look for someone out front. Finally, Maple Grove comes up with it and able to get it out. Stensgaard. Bolster back to play it for the Royals. Here's Sherling. Carrying it in, she'll drop it. Farrell shooting, and Strom with the glove catch on that one.
Good transition. Defense got a little quicker and got the puck back out for the Royals as it came out. Just dumped in, and Maple Grove had to make a change, so they got it back in and created another opportunity here. Right now, it's all rolling downhill for Rogers.
Not surprised to see that Rice, Retram, and Shipley line come out from Maple Grove. They need to generate some offense. They haven't had much in this period. Thrown in on net there. Larson will stop it and hang on. And that's what, for both of these teams, playing these kind of good schedules does for you. You realize there's going to be ebbs and flows in a game. You might have a period where you get outplayed, but how you bounce back, with the way you learn from what went wrong in that first period, and that's what we're seeing from Rogers.
Absolutely.
That one put on that, a big juicy rebound, and Bailey coming in firing after Johansson kind of more or less banked that first one off of Strom to give her team a rebound chance.
That's why you put shots on net, make the goalie work. They don't control the rebounds all the time. We need a nice play here. Just get it on net. Oh, bounces out front. Now we want a missed opportunity there and then a good opportunity there.
Kind of seemed like Strom was surprised by that first shot. She didn't really have, use the stick real well to direct that one. Under 2 minutes to play now in the second. Still 2-1 Maple Grove. They led 2-0 after one. Rogers, though, has had much the better of things here in the second. Now here comes Retram. Bailey battled her. Retram sliding it across. Shipley back to Retram, and then the return pass tipped on that. Larson a save. Retram coming back to Erickson. She'll shoot it. That one's tipped just wide. Retram gets to it. Retram's pass picked off. Shipley trying to get it back. Now Rice first to it for the Crimson. Chops it out, and we get a... Must be off. Well, I think we might have a penalty call coming up here. I fully admit I did not see it. It was the official out top that made the call. Looks like Shipley is going to go.
Yeah. Well, I didn't catch it, so we'll have to see.
Oh, wait. One on each side.
Okay.
Shipley and Hartledge will go.
They were exchanging mutual terms of affection for each other probably out there.
Yeah, they got the little trip there on the retaliation by Hartledge. So we stay 5 aside. Tipped ahead. They couldn't get an angle to get that one to Ella Olsen though. Freeman leaving it there for Sherling. Here's Freeman firing, and that one sails off the inboards. There's a shot in on net, directed away by Strom. Ella Olsen picking it up, has a trailer. If she can get it there, out front it comes, and Larson directs it away. Kelsey Olsen couldn't quite corral that pass. And tipped into the corner, and that is going to do it for our second period. So definitely a good period for the Royals. They get the only goal of the period, but definitely had the better of the play. Our score after 2 here at Maple Grove Community Center is Maple Grove 2, Rogers 1. Second period highlights coming up, and then the third period.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
And welcome back here. A little chuck-a-puck action in the second intermission. Maple Grove leading Rogers by a score of 2-1. Both those goals came early in the first for Maple Grove. Rogers getting the lone tally in the second. Nice little pass back and forth there, and the shot. Strom stopping that one. And then here's the goal they do get as Johansson, defenseman unable to clear it. Johansson quick to the puck, snaps it home. That was not it for the chances though, as here's Ochterkirk firing on a 2-on-1. Nice save there by Strom. And they get a couple whacks at it here, but it goes just wide. That one kind of surprised Strom a little, and then the follow-up was a good attempt too. And you see through 2 periods, Rogers now has taken a sizable edge in shots. They had 15 in that second period. Scoring chances overall about even, although definitely trending Rogers' way. And after a penalty-free first period, we had a minor taken by Rogers midway through, and then coincidentals late in the period here, so we stayed at 5 skaters aside. So some work to do for both teams. Rogers trying to make up that deficit. Maple Grove trying to get their mojo back a little bit after dominating early in the contest. 2-1 Crimson, our score here after 2. We'll be back to the Maple Grove Community Center in just a bit.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
And welcome back here to Maple Grove Community Center. Maple Grove leading Rogers by a score of 2-1 as we get set for period number 3. And Dan, I think it's fair to say that we had a first period that the home team was a little bit better. Yep. We had a second period where the visitors were definitely better.
Yep.
Now we'll see how things shape up in this last 17.
Rubber period, here we go. I was really impressed with the way that Rogers stormed back, though. And I just saw the assistant coach from Rogers come on the bench, her arms raised up, kind of going, let's go here, let's get her done. I'm surprised at the speed, and I'm surprised at the tightening of the D. Now, they're going to have to, the Royals are going to have to keep that D tight, play their angles better as the Crimson enter the zone. Crimson, they got to win one-on-one battles in their own zone, Jay. They get, like you said earlier, they're getting beat inside their own zone and win faceoffs. Rogers really won a lot of faceoffs that last period.
I think it's fair to say one thing Rogers did better too in the second was not let number 10 loose for as many good opportunities she had. I mean, let's face it, she scored those first 2 goals, and Retram not nearly as free to go to the net. Oh, there's a giveaway up behind the net, and a goal! Tipped in by Ochterkirk after Strom had trouble finding it behind the net. Ochterkirk cruising down the slot, gets the pass, tips it in, 11 seconds in, and we're even.
Well, as they say, didn't take much time to get her done. Got it back down in the zone deep. Kind of skipped on the goalie there, Strom, and she just didn't get back in time. And they got the puck out smartly in front.
Sandberg, a nice feed, and Ochterkirk buries it.
Oh, double whammy. Maple Grove's getting a penalty here, so Rogers going to go on the power play.
This will be Brandt sent off.
Well, in comparison of numbers, Jay, Maple Grove, 82% kill rate, which is really good. Oh, interference call there on the penalty. Rogers, 17% on the power play, so they need to work on that a little bit. But we'll see what they can do here. Great opportunity to take the lead.
Farrell sliding it through. short-handed rush here. Retrum unable to get around Ogren. Ogren trying to go to the net there and blocked that one. It wound up right in on net.
Beautiful stick check there by Ogren, my gosh, and they put it right on net. It's a good thing Strom was awake here. That could have gone in. Look at that. Look at that deflection as it came through. Love it. Couldn't have done that any better. I just like the way the Royals focus in on the net. They put a lot of shots on net tonight.
Retrum clearing it. Larson stops it behind. Sherling's pass zipped in the air. Vreeman trying to find it. And Emily Oakland has some room to clear it down the rink. Takeaway by Retrum. Here she comes shorthanded. Stella Retrum for the hat trick. No. Oh. Larson stands her ground.
Larson played that just beautifully. Got on top of her crease quickly and then back through and let Stella make the first move.
Royals unable to get it out. Now Johansson sliding it for Vreeman up the left wing. And Maple Grove able to clear. Larson way out to the corner to retrieve it here for Bolster. Farrell takes that bank pass. Farrell looking out front. Nice job defensively though by Olsen. And then that one cleared into the Crimson bench.
Well, so far not much of a power play from Rogers. Maple Grove's been all over him and has generated some opportunity here too. On that Retrum coming through, and boy, what a nice play by Larson there. She never flinched, never flinched. Huge save.
Yeah, and I like what you pointed out, how she came out to meet. I mean, that's what you see if you're watching a penalty shot in the NHL.
Yes.
You're going to see the goaltender slide out to where they're comfortable and then kind of back in and take away that shot. I mean, it was a good shot. There was nothing wrong with what Retrum did there, but
no.
Larson just made a great stop. Penalty is over. Crimson have killed it off and, in fact, almost had a short-handed goal of their own. Bolster. Giving it to Ochterkirk, now Bolster. Ooh, Retrum was ready to pick that one and go.
You know, I think in this period you're going to see a lot more of the Crimson girls flying out.
Oh, and a near miss there for Retrum. She beat Larson, but it rattled off the pipe. Then the rebound hopped over her stick there. And the Royals will have to ice it here. A near miss for Retrum.
And she's only a junior. I mean, she's just stepping up in this period right now. Putting the Crimson on her shoulder. Got a good short-handed try and came back here. Shipley's also playing a heck of a game, too. Oh, what a shot. Oh. What a shot.
Near post, far post, and out.
You almost have to try to do that.
And really, that's at least the third, going back to the first period, that they've had that were like that. Not quite exactly like that, but that have been either off the crossbar or the pipe, or they could have easily had more than two.
Well, so far, she's been the best player on the ice between both teams. There's no doubt about that.
That pass tip, but it still gets to Vreeman. Vreeman carrying it behind. Pass off a skate, but it gets out to the point. Oh, a save by Strom, and then the rebound they couldn't control. That one knocked down by Ella Olsen. She's all alone for the moment, though. Olsen trying to go to the net. Penalty coming. Royals didn't gain control, though, so now Crimson will get a chance. Retrum shot deflected up and out of play, and here's our penalty being called here. It'll be a cross-check against Rogers.
Well, Ella Olsen being a force again. She's played a good game, too, has been a force and really held down that second line well for the Crimson, giving them good playing time. Now we're going to see the #1 power play for Maple Grove with Retram, but didn't have much choice here. I mean, she was forcing her way to the middle. She had to do something.
Messer called for the cross check. Royals get the draw and get it out.
Oh.
Offside on that pass.
So, Jay, what do you do now against a 97% effective penalty kill? The mystery that has to be solved for the Crimson. This is a good opportunity to get back and take a lead here.
I think I'd like to see them really spread things out and move the puck quickly. That's how they had some success earlier, not on the power play, but just in general. Oh, that pass way behind Retram.
I think this might be the change you're looking at. They got Retram up top. I think she's been down low in the half wall on most of these power plays. She's got 3 power play goals for them, so don't expect the puck to end up on her stick.
Shipley trying to go to the middle. Nice job, though, by Bailey to interrupt that, and it's cleared. We'll put it on Retram's stick. Shipley tipping it in. Bolster trying to turn away there. And kept in. Now across, Retram. Retram fires and that deflects wide. Trying to use that traffic in front to her advantage, but instead it hit them.
Look at the fight with the Royals here.
Oh, and a breakaway chance. Here's Sherling. No, it's too far out front.
Good play by Strom there. She made a great play. That's always a risky play for a goalie.
Ahead for Vreeman. Short-handed here for the Royals. Vreeman trying to go to the net. Retram trying to bring it out. No. Farrell takes it from her. And now back pass to the point. Bailey looking over. Olgren shooting. That one deflected wide. Farrell sliding it to the top. Here's Bailey's shot. Oh, and a huge rebound. Penalty is over. Royals, while killing the end of that off, got a couple decent chances of their own.
He almost took the lead there. Good comeback. I'm so impressed at how efficient the Royals' penalty kill is. They did a fantastic job there. But we get a good opportunity as they come back on the attack. Nice setup up top. And they really do move the puck well. I mean, their coaches were just raving how much they love moving the puck.
Wilhelmy sending it into the Rogers zone. Bailey back to play it. Ella Olsen broke that up, so Bailey will try again as she banks it around to Olgren. Got away from Johansson and chopped back down deep by Oakland. Now Johansson receiving that pass. Slides it back. Nice job on. Oh, it's going to be a penalty, though, on Kelsey Olsen. I was too quick to give her credit there, as she's going to be called for an elbowing penalty.
Came in there a little too forcefully. I love the back check, though. She did a great job coming back to stop that. And she's kind of a offensive and defensive defense person for them, and they need to activate her more this period. I would expect to see her carrying the puck more. She's good with the puck.
Right there, got the elbow up
Yep.
into Ochterkirk. So Rogers getting another power play here.
Minor penalty being assessed against Maple Grove, number 19, Kelsey Olsen. 2 minutes for elbow. Time of the period, 6
Pass to the corner, gets away.
Olsen for elbow at 6:38.
Now Vreeman picking it up. Vreeman slides it back to Bailey, and Strom a save there.
The Royals have scored eight power play goals this year. Uh-oh.
Here comes Retram, shorthanded. Shipley is there as well. Retram walks in, and there's Larson coming out to meet her.
See how Larson lifted a little bit right there? She was anticipating that shelf shot because Redrum's hit it already once, so did a nice job anticipating what the shot was going to be.
Giveaway there. Bolster walking in. Oh, and off the tip of Strom's glove. Bad giveaway there by the Crimson. Now Retrum tips it around the D. She's at the end of a shift. See how much gas she has left, and there's Bolster to knock it away. Across, Farrell right back for Bolster. Strom a save. Out front, Sandberg shot tipped wide. Sandberg fired but missed, and that'll ring all the way around and out. Under 20 to go on the power play here for the Royals. We're still tied at 2-2.
I love the way the Royals have just gotten quick and they've just turned things around. Their transition game, and all of a sudden they're in your zone and they're pounding your goalie with pucks.
Back out to center. Penalty time is now over. Maple Grove to full strength. Sandberg floats a backhander. Strom had a little trouble with it.
You know, I think we've seen some pretty doggone good goalie play tonight, too, on both Strom and Larson here. Big, bad pass there. You don't want to do that. Never cross ice like that up high. And create a good opportunity for the Royals. There's a second one that rolled off the top.
Second look, that first one might have hit the pipe rather than Strom, I think.
I think you're right.
Push to the blue line, but not out. Here's a shot. Strom the save as Messer snuck it between the defender there.
Smart shot by Messer. They used both the defenseman's legs to squeeze it through to get it on it quick. But Strom, you know, both these goalies play great positionally. They take angles away. They know where they should be even when they don't see the puck. And both goalies have done a tremendous job tonight.
Out of the draw, here comes Shipley. And nice job by Messer. That pass off of Oakland's skate. Strom will play it away. Now Shipley winds up with it to Retrum. Rice the trailer. Now she'll circle back. Played back down toward the corner. Bailey first to it for Rogers. Nice little play to herself. Now Sandberg looking to float it through the middle, and there's tip by Johansson. Ooh, Johansson goes in hard into that corner.
She's got a little limp to her right now. Let's hope she's okay.
And that's the one area of the rink that we can't see that well, so I don't know if there, should have been a penalty or if there was contact or whatever there, but back pass now it comes to Ella Olsen. That one is blocked, but Bolster lost her stick. 6:35 to go in the game. We are tied at 2. Maple Grove 2 early goals in the first. Rogers getting 1 in the second, 1 in the third to even things up. Oh, that one knocked down. Sherling would have had a breakaway if she could come up with it clean. As it is. Oh, and then just before she could pass it, knocked away.
It's been a long time since I've been seeing a game with so many good poke checks by the defense. Both teams have done a really good job of that.
Ella Olsen floating it ahead. Larson will tip it to the corner. Bolster is there. Kept alive. Kelsey Olsen sliding it out front all alone was Retrum. Another crack at it, and that deflects over the top. Rogers thinking, how in the world do we lose track of her?
She switched sides. She's on the other side this shift.
Suka to Brandt, and then knocked away from Kelsey Olsen. Tried to float it ahead to Retrum. Bailey read it, but they're offside.
Now you see Retrum over on her normal side, but she came in around the backside and got in front of the net, and they lost her. And there she is. Nobody's even close to her. And boy, look at Larson. Man, she is on it. It's got to be frustrating for Redrum. She's been robbed twice there.
That shot knocked down. Brandt couldn't clear it though. Farrell gets up, gets to it. Farrell relaying it back down deep for Barnacle. Here's Bailey and Farrell looking for the tip, but knocked it down instead. Shipley leading the rush. Shipley, backhander, and Larson with a nice stop there.
Larson's got a little bit of a different style. She kind of looks a little bit like a spider out there with the way she gets her arms kind of up and out to make the play, but she has just been centered and nice on her angles up front. Look at her positioning. Look at her.
And no rebound there too, because Rice would have been right there to pounce if it had been.
Yeah, neither goalie has given up much of rebounds. They have given a couple, but nothing major.
Sandberg putting it out front. Tap to the corner there by Kelsey Olsen. Now another opportunity. Rebound try. And Strom stops Sandberg.
Sandberg should be renamed Sandflea. She has just been a bug in the ointment.
Royals get the turnover. 4 minutes to go now. Still at 2-2. Bolster stops and dumps it in. Can't get it out. That shot knocked down. Ella Olsen chases it down for the Crimson. Knocked away though by Farrell. And they try to go to Vreeman but missed. Retrum drops it back. And we see a lot of the Shipley, Retrum, and Rice line, I think, for Maple Grove, and likewise, obviously, with Farrell, Vreeman, and Sherling for Rogers. Here's Retrum up with it. Puts a long one in. They were trying to get a draw there, but Larson wouldn't oblige as she kept the puck moving. Rice knocked it loose. Retrum will turn and go towards Shipley, but missed. Sandberg coming in. Her shot blocked. Gets it right back, though. Oh, and hits the trailer. Great stop by Strom there on Johansson. That was really good vision by Sandberg to somehow see Johansson coming in as the trailer there.
She's always, this game, she's always seemed to know where the puck's going to be, and she gets there, and she's been a pest for Maple Grove, but boy, back and forth here. Both goalies putting on a nice show here for the last two periods, to be honest with you, Jay. Really. See the opportunity here coming in the short side, but looks like it was blocked by the D.
Brandt got to it.
Want to shout out to Taylor Holm, who's sick tonight, and hoping that she'll get back in the Crimson lineup here soon. Just get better, get back to the ice, Taylor.
Tip loose to center. Bolster back into the Crimson zone. That shot blocked. Played down low. Johansson putting it out front. Bolster had her stick tied up. Or I'm sorry, make that Sherling. Now Bolster stopping it. Molekade trying to get it around. Couldn't do it. Here's a chance. Oh, a poke check though by the goaltender. Strom saw that one coming. And this is going to be icing against Maple Grove.
And a good icing. They needed it. They were dead dog tired. I'm just looking at the shots, Jay. 42-24 in favor of Rogers.
And keep in mind we're on Maple Grove's rink, so that's not a a Homer inflated total. Sherling thought about shooting it there, but she'll circle it back. Farrell puts it through, pad save, and the rebound popped over the net by Sherling. Rice chopping it, but can't get it out.
Oh, nice play by the D there.
And Farrell got the shot in on that.
Yeah, and the other thing we're looking at, too, is as much pressure as Rogers putting on, the Maple Grove D have done a really good job of taking second chances away. They either get the puck out of there or they get the body or tie up the stick. I see a good opportunity, a good shot on goal, and then an opportunity for the rebound, a little bit of a tough angle, and it got deflected.
Ooh, Royals win the draw, and a blocker save there by Strom. Again, Rogers wins the draw. Uh-oh, here comes Retram. 2-on-1 chance here. Retram taking it to the net, fires, and Larson able to stop her. Well, early in the game, it was Retram getting the best of that battle, but Larson's had 3 or 4 huge saves against Stella later in the game.
Kind of bounced on her a little bit as the puck came in on her, but again, Retram just being Stella Retram's great play. And you see she fumbled it a little bit, but because he was right on her. But again, good positioning makes all the difference.
Under a minute to go now in the third. Overtime looming here. We're at 2-2. Crimson get the draw. Uh-oh, but almost gave it away. Kicked loose. Ockerkirk after it. And that shot blocked. Put out front towards Sandberg. Oh, and that one hit the pipe. Now drop back again, and Crimson able to cover it up. Grace Erickson, good work there. Now Shipley. Shipley taking it in. Tried to go back to Rice. It was blocked.
And Rice was covered pretty good, though.
I was going to say, I don't think that was going to be a great idea anyway. It could have went back the other way. Now played to an open point.
That was such a smart play. She looked up and saw that the defense wasn't there.
Couple seconds to go. We are going to go overtime here tonight at Maple Grove as we reach the end of 3. Even up at 2 goals apiece. Rogers getting one on the first shift of the third period. And so a 2-2 tie at the end of regulation. We'll take a quick time out here and come back with our overtime. A great hockey game as anticipated here. Rogers and Maple Grove at 2-2.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God.
Well, maybe kind of fitting here as Rogers dominated the second part of the game after Maple Grove had come out super strong in the first part of the game. And we go to overtime tied at 2. Boy, we had some near misses at both ends of the rink there. When you look at 2-2, you maybe sort of think like a real defensive game. Yeah, there's been some of that, but there's also been a lot of really good chances too.
Well, I'm just looking at the shots here. We got 81 shots or 71 shots on goal totally. My math might be off a little bit. I'll tell you what, Rogers has impressed me. I mean, they're small, but they can fly. They know what to do with the puck. They won one-on-one battles, especially to turn the momentum around. I can see why the coaches are excited to coach these kids. They really respond to it. And Maple Grove on their home rink is played well, but boy, a little trouble scoring. So Rogers has played in 2 overtime games. They've won one and lost one, or tied one. Won one and lost one. And Maple Grove has yet to play in an overtime situation this year. So I would expect we're going to see a lot of number 10, a lot of number 8, a lot of number 3, and 14 for Maple Grove.
See, Danny Strom has had some work tonight for sure. Now, Dan, I got to correct you here. I think they've had a couple ties, so I'm assuming those had to have gone to overtime, right? For Maple Grove.
But they scored goals, so they must have 2 more games where they played OT. One was a win, one was a loss. So thank you.
And here we go in the extra session, 8-minute period, of course, and we would end in a tie if we're still tied after 8. Obviously, the regular season don't have a shootout or extra period or anything like that. Tried to get it out front there, but broken up. Now ahead to Rice. Rice carries it in. She'll drop it back. There's a shot on net. Larson making the stop there, but it will bring an offensive zone draw for the Crimson.
Well, Crimson are flying a center or a wing on the weak side there, trying to break up that pressure that's been put on by the Rogers Royals, and they're going to open it up a little bit. I like that. I think the one thing in coaching, especially in overtime, is play to win, don't play to lose. Just go for it.
Especially when you're not in an elimination type tournament. I can see getting, a little bit different with that when you're playing in a section final or something, but even then, it's still better to go play
I wouldn't
right?
change.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change. I'd still keep it the same way.
Oh, Maple Grove turns it over. And they had Ochterkirk out front, but then gave it away. Ella Olson carrying it for the Crimson, offside. She pulled up to fake that shot, just a stride too early, or too late.
Get it across the line first, then go. But Ella Olson's played a really good game tonight. She's made some nice defensive plays tonight that they needed. Always coming back and working hard. Yeah, she knows. She's not happy with herself.
Oh, and there's a penalty as Retrum was smashed by Freeman. Just threw the shoulder into her. And you don't often see penalties called in that type of situation in OT, but I think it's the correct call. She just buries her.
Yeah, she didn't back off one bit. I don't know if it was intentional to hit her that hard, but she sure did. She didn't waste any time getting in the penalty box. Ooh, big time for Crimson right now.
Here's Retrum firing, and that one sails over the net. Checking the call officially on Vreeman there. Retrum up with it. Now Rice. Shipley putting it across. Here is Retrum. Oh, and Larson with a save. Wow, that was a great pass.
That was a great save. Did you see how far Larson was out of that net? She was on the other side of the crease here. Watch her movements here, but Retrum setting down. Well, that's why, Stella Rettrum's got 3 power play goals, Jay. They're using her and sneaking her down.
Retrum fires and a blocker save there by Larson. Shipley gets to it. Back out top, and Larson a save on that. Point shot from Oakland. I think it's fair to say Maple Grove's really trying to win it right here. They're going to keep that top group out even if they're a little tired. Not all that often you can count on getting a power play in overtime. Retrum across now to Rice. Shipley gives it to Rice and back out top.
There it is. Right there's where they wanted it. Yep.
Tipped out front. Oh, and a save by Larson. And the rebound, they couldn't get to it.
Huge stop by the D there. Huge stop. Rogers could not get off the ice.
And now they'll get the clear. Ahead to Retrum. Retrum gets ahead of steam. Rogers a slow change. Retrum fires. Oh, it's off the pipe. Beat Larson, but couldn't get it to go.
And had a winger on the weak side coming across.
There's Ella Olsen sailing one over the net.
I think that was Tia Rice on the far side that had an opportunity on the rebound too.
Penalty about to expire.
Rogers is at full strength.
So Bremen, they kill it off, but barely. Now look out, here comes Bremen. Got it across Sherling, and that went wide. Oh, and then she was knocked down.
And
Rogers
no
did it. Oh, Rogers can't believe there wasn't a penalty there.
Oh my gosh.
Here's Bremen. Bremen fires, and Strom the save.
Good teams didn't let it bother them. They kept playing. They knew it was a penalty, but it wasn't going to get called. They kept playing. Now they got to face off in the zone here.
Right there. Brandt knocked Sherling down, but no call. And Jim Coltis going to use a timeout.
Gee, I think he's trying to get that first line. A little rest there. He had a long part of this period here, but
Retrum nearly ended it right here. Watch this one. Gets it past Larson, but off the pipe. That's what, at least the third pipe she's hit tonight, I think.
oh yeah. Didn't she have the two-piper too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, this has been a good game. It's gone well. The pace has been really good. There's been good playmaking, good goaltending. The Stars are standing out. You know, they're really playing well, and this is really a good game. It's nice to see some other teams now starting to emerge, you know, to contend in some of these situations. I think it just makes the whole league better. Have them come in. I also like that picture there with 3 women coaching for Rogers there. Him I know. Too many years. Good coach. Jay, I'll guarantee you Coach Gold is not talking about defensive play. I'll guarantee you. He's setting it up for the offensive zone. And the Retrum line is back out for Maple Grove.
Yeah, they kind of threw everything at him on that power play, thinking we just got to end this here. Retrum is tired. I don't think there's any doubt.
Can't tell she's put an effort into it, too, by looking at her face, can you?
Off the draw, Royals got to it. Now Sandberg sliding in up front for Achterkerr. Couldn't get a stick on it. Now Retrum back the other way. Ooh, and they go down hard in the corner. Sandberg's pass off of Rice's skate. Shipley trying to force a turnover.
Guess who's in front?
Oof, and then Shipley went for a sprawl. Off of Sandberg's skate. Oh, here comes Retrum. Retrum shooting, and a nice block there by Messer. Royals able to get it out. I think we're seeing some tired legs on both sides right now. which is understandable.
Yeah, they've been pretty much going 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3 on their line, so you haven't seen too much of the third line of either team, and that could have been a problem.
That was a near giveaway there. Angle wasn't right at all for Kelsey Olsen. Now look out, here comes Farrell. Farrell shooting, Strom a save. And this pass banked ahead, Wilhelmy trying to track it down. Ogren gets it around to Bolster. Farrell on the move now for the Royals. Sherling shooting, and that one's blocked. Good job defensively by Oakland. Now out front it comes. Oh, and that one chopped just wide. Farrell now to the middle. For Freeman shooting, and Strom another stop.
Farrell with a nice play coming across there too, giving the puck up for the better shot on the forehand. She couldn't only get a backhand off, but again, the goaltending, Strom, a nice job here. Nice pass here, and a nice low shot, and the person in front for the Royals to maybe deflect it or make it dirty.
Sukup sending it up the wall. Retram tipping it towards Shipley. Shipley has Rice out front, gets it to her. Here's Rice for the goal, and they win it. Tia Rice was camped alone in front. The only question was whether Shipley could get to it in time to get it to her. She did, and the Crimson win it.
What a hockey game. One of the better girls hockey games we've seen in a long time, Jay. Both teams going at it hard. Great skill plays, great defensive plays.
Goal scored by number 14, Tia Rice. Assisted by number 8, Bella Shipley. And by number 10, Stella Retram.
Shipley and Retram will get the assist on the overtime game winner for Tia Rice.
Top line, Coach Goldis used them well, got them set up, and they finally came through for them in the overtime.
And nice job by Rice staying composed there and making the move to the backhand. And Larson's made some great saves, as did Strom. But Rice able to get the game winner there. And, you know, sometimes we come into a game, Dan, and you're thinking, oh, this should be good. And it doesn't always live up to billing. This one, if anything, exceeded billing.
Exceeded billing, I agree, yeah. What a fun game.
So Maple Grove gets the first two of the game early. Then Rogers scores one in the second, one in the third. Both teams had some great chances in OT that didn't quite go, but then Tia Rice able to finish it off for the Crimson as they get their 9th win of the season. Great contest here tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and best of luck to these teams as they head down the stretch run of the regular season as well. For Dan Ficken and all of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Maple Grove, where the Crimson win it over Rogers 3-2 in overtime.